So guys, when it comes to investing, I think most of us can pinpoint that exact moment where the light bulb turned on for us, that specific second when you caught that initial investing bug and everything changed. For me, that moment did not happen until sometime in my mid-20s, but the seeds were planted much earlier than I realized. I graduated back in 2020, which was probably the weirdest and most uncertain time in modern history to enter the real world. The entire world was shutting down. The economy was a massive question mark, and I was just trying to figure out how to be an adult. I remember sitting in my room looking at my diploma and realizing that the traditional path I was told to follow was incredibly fragile. Eventually, I landed a job at a Fortune 500 company which on paper looked like I had finally achieved the dream. I had the salary, the corporate benefits, and the fancy badge. But I quickly realized that a high-stress cubicle life was just a trap. During that time, I was rarely in a good mood. I was dealing with constant stress. And it was honestly one of the unhappiest periods of my life. I knew I needed an exit strategy, and that is when I came across that classic Warren Buffett quote that changed everything. He said, "If you don't find a way to make money in your sleep, you will work until you die." That hit me like a freight train, because at the rate I was going to be working that soul-crushing job forever. That was the spark, the exact moment the switch flipped and investing stopped being this boring thing for people in suits. I started realizing that investing is actually the simplest act of buying back your future time so you can own your life. I got serious about it right when everyone else was panicking about the state of the world, and I started deep diving into the data. I spent hundreds of hours on YouTube and reading every book I could find, learning from the people who had already done it. I realized I did not need to be a genius, a math whiz, or a Wall Street insider to win this game over the long term. I just needed a simple plan and the iron discipline to stick to it when things got rocky and the news got scary. Nowadays, my strategy is dead simple, and I call it the boring path to wealth because it is predictable and incredibly effective. Every 2 weeks, the moment my paycheck hits my bank account, a portion of that money goes straight into broad market index funds. I primarily focus on VO and VTI because they represent the entire engine of the American economy and global growth. I do not try to time the bottom. I do not try to find the next moonshot crypto coin, and I definitely do not listen to doomsday news. I am a retail investor who believes in the power of the global economy over the long haul rather than the noise of the next month. VOO tracks the S&P 500, giving me a piece of the 500 largest and most successful companies in the United States. VTI gives me exposure to the total stock market, covering thousands of companies from the giants to the small innovators. By buying both, I am essentially betting on human ingenuity and the fundamental fact that companies want to grow and make a profit. Right now, in 2026, there is so much noise out there about inflation sticking around and housing being completely unaffordable. I see the reports every single day about corporate layoffs happening across the tech and finance sectors, and it can be nerve-wracking, but that is exactly why I stay aggressive with my bi-weekly $2,000 contributions instead of pulling back or waiting. If the market drops 10% or 20%, I am not panicking, I am just buying those high quality shares at a massive discount. I look at it like a seasonal sale at my favorite store, except the things I am buying will actually build my freedom later. The math is incredibly simple. If you keep buying through the ups and the downs, your average cost stays low and your shares grow. A lot of people ask me why I don't buy individual stocks or try to pick the winners of the week or the hottest new trends. Honestly, I don't have the time or the desire to sit in front of computer screens and charts all day trying to outsmart the pros. I work a demanding job, I have a life I want to live, and I want my investments to work for me, not the other way around. Index funds allow me to capture the total growth of the entire market without the risk of one single company going to zero. It is the ultimate set it and forget it strategy that has been proven to build massive wealth over decades for anyone with patience. When I first started this journey, my portfolio was tiny and the growth was so slow it felt like watching paint dry on a cold day. I would put in my hard-earned money, and the next day the market would be down, and I would feel like I was throwing cash away. But I treated it exactly like the gym, because you don't walk into the weight room on day one and immediately bench 200 pounds. You start with the empty bar, you stay consistent with your reps, and you trust the financial process over the long haul. Now, years into this journey, the snowball is finally starting to roll and pick up a lot of momentum that I can actually feel. The dividends I get from VOO and VTI are being reinvested automatically every quarter, buying me even more shares while I sleep. It is a beautiful and powerful cycle where my money is literally making more money, which then goes on to make even more money. I am now at a point where I can finally see the finish line, or at least the point where my investments cover my basic living needs. That is what true financial freedom looks like to me. It is not about being a billionaire. It is about being completely free. It is about being able to walk into my boss ES office one day and know that I am there because I want to be, not because I have to be. If you are sitting there thinking you don't have enough money to start, I am telling you right now that is a lie. You are telling yourself, I started with very small amounts while I was still paying off debt and navigating a low-wage job that I absolutely hated. The specific dollar amount you start with doesn't matter nearly as much as the psychological habit of investing does. If you can find a way to save and invest $10 out of every 100, you won't be able to save 10,000 out of 100,000. The financial discipline has to come first. Long before the big numbers start showing up in your brokerage account balance, we live in an era where we want everything instantly. The fast food, the fast internet, and the dream of fast wealth from a lucky break. But real wealth is built slowly, and it is built by people who can handle being bored while their money works silently. Most people fail at this because they get impatient. They see one red day in the market and they sell everything in a total panic. They let their temporary emotions drive their long-term financial decisions, which is a guaranteed recipe for a lifetime of struggle. I have trained myself to see market volatility as a massive opportunity rather than a threat to my well-being or my future plans. When everyone else is fearful and selling their shares, that is usually the best time in history to be an aggressive and confident buyer. I remember looking at the housing market recently and feeling that deep frustration of how expensive everything has become for us. It feels like the goalposts of adulthood keep moving further away for our generation no matter how hard we work. But instead of complaining about it on social media or waiting for someone to save me, I put all that energy into my brokerage account. I can control the Federal Reserve. I can control interest rates, and I certainly can control the national real estate market prices. But I can control my savings rate, I can control my spending, and I can control exactly what I do with every single paycheck. Investing is the only way I know how to level the playing field and actually win in a system that feels designed to keep us working. It is how someone like me, who started with nothing a few years ago, can build a multi-million-dollar nest egg over a career. You have to stop thinking of your paycheck as money to be spent and start thinking of it as precious capital for your freedom. Every single dollar you invest is a little soldier working for you, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every single year. They don't take vacations, they don't get sick, they don't complain about the news, and they never ask for a raise or a day off. They just sit there in your account and compound, building a wall of financial security around your life that no one can take away. I know the corporate grind can feel soul-crushing and repetitive sometimes, especially when you feel like your potential is being wasted. I have been in those endless meetings where you feel like a small gear in a giant, uncaring machine that doesn't even know your name. But having an investment portfolio gives you a sense of quiet power and a level of confidence that is hard to describe until you feel it. It gives you the go-away, money that allows you to make life choices based on your values rather than your financial fears. If there is anything I want you to take away from my journey so far, it is that the best time to start was probably 10 years ago. The second best time to start is right now, today, this very minute, before you find another excuse to wait for a better day. Don't wait for the perfect market conditions or a sign from the universe, because those things simply do not exist in the real world. Don't wait until you have a certain amount of money saved up, because you will always find a reason to spend it on something else. Just open the brokerage account, set up the automatic biweekly transfer, and let the magic of time do the heavy lifting for you. The version of you 10 years from now will either thank you for your courage or deeply wish you had the guts to start today. I chose to be the person who gets thanked by my future self, and I want that same feeling of security for every one of you. It is a long road, and it is not always exciting or fun, but I can promise you from the bottom of my heart that it is worth every sacrifice. I am going to keep sharing my journey on this channel, including the wins, the losses, and all the boring middle parts that matter, because I think we need more honest, transparent conversations about money that do not involve get-rich quick schemes or fake gurus. We need to talk about the grind, the discipline, the fear, and the incredible reality of building wealth in your 20s and 30s. I am not a financial advisor or a math genius. I am just a guy in the arena with you trying to figure it all out one paycheck at a time, but I have seen enough in the last few years to know that this simple strategy works if you just give it enough time and stay the course. So, stay disciplined. Stay consistent and keep your eyes fixed on the long-term prize of total independence and freedom. The market is going to do what it is going to do, and the news will always find something to scream about, but your strategy shouldn't change. Focus on what you can control, ignore the noise, and keep building that snowball until it becomes an unstoppable force in your life. If you want to see the exact breakdown of my index fund portfolio and how much I have actually made so far, check out the next video. I go through every single holding, I show you the actual numbers, and I explain exactly how it all fits into my master plan. I will see you guys in the next video, and remember, the best investment you can ever make is in your own future and your own freedom. Keep going, keep growing, and don't let anyone tell you that financial independence is out of your reach because of where you started. Every dollar counts, every day counts, and every decision to invest instead of spend is a step toward the life you actually want to live. It took me a while to realize that money isn't the goal. It is just the fuel for the life you want to design for yourself. Once you understand that, The stress of the corporate world starts to fade because you know you are building your own bridge out. I am proud of the progress I have made, but I am even more excited about where this journey is going. For all of us, as we learn together, there is no feeling quite like watching your portfolio grow larger than your annual salary for the first time. And I want you to feel that too. It starts with one paycheck, one contribution, and one decision to prioritize your future self over your current temporary desires. You have the power to change your financial trajectory starting today. So don't let this be just another video you watch and forget. Take action, start the process, and let us get after it together because the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. I am rooting for you, and I can't wait to hear about your progress and your wins as we move through 2026 and beyond. The path is simple, the rules are clear, and the reward is a life of total freedom that most people only ever dream about having. Let us make it a reality, one bi-weekly investment at a time, and never look back at the life we left behind in the office. Thank you for being part of this community and for joining me on this wild ride toward financial independence and a better way of living. I will catch you in the next one. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and stay hungry for the freedom you deserve. I know it is hard when you see your friends spending money on things that look fun right now while you are putting your money away, but you have to remember that you are playing a different game. You are playing the long game while everyone else is playing the short game. In 5 or 10 years, the difference between your life and theirs will be so massive that it will feel like you are living in different worlds. That is the power of the compound effect. It is the 8th wonder of the world for a reason, and it is on your side. Every time you resist the urge to buy something you don't need and put that money into VOO or VTI, you are winning. Every time you ignore a market crash and keep your automatic transfers running, you are winning. Every time you educate yourself about finance instead of scrolling through mindless content, you are winning. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day, while failure is a few errors in judgment repeated every day. I chose the disciplines, and I am here to tell you that the results are better than I ever could have imagined when I started. Don't let the complexity of the financial world intimidate you, because at the end of the day, it is just about ownership. You either own the companies that are making the world run, or you are just a consumer paying for their growth. I would much rather be an owner, and I think you would too. So let's keep buying and keep building. The economy will have its cycles. There will be recessions and there will be booms. But through it all, the market has always gone up. Trust the history, trust the data, and most importantly, trust yourself to stay the course when things get difficult. I am not saying it is easy to watch your hard-earned money fluctuate in value, but I am saying it is necessary for growth. The price of entry for long-term wealth is the willingness to be uncomfortable in the short term. If you can pay that price, the rewards are absolutely limitless, and the freedom you gain is priceless. I am so glad I started when I did, even though I felt like I was late to the party at the time. You might feel like you are late too. But the best day to start is always today. Let us keep pushing forward, let us keep investing in ourselves, and let us build the lives we were meant to live. I'll be right here with you, sharing every step of the way because we are all in this together. Check out the next video for the deep dive into my actual numbers and portfolio performance. I'll see you there. Stay smart with your money and stay dedicated to your future. The journey to financial independence is a marathon, not a sprint, so pace yourself and keep moving. Every small step you take today is a giant leap for your future, so don't underestimate the power of starting small. I started with just a few $100s, and now I am managing a portfolio that changes my entire perspective on life. You can do this too. I am living proof that a normal guy with a normal job can build extraordinary wealth. The only difference between where I am and where you want to be is time and consistency. So let us get that time working for you right now, and let us stay consistent until we all reach our goals. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing your success stories in the comments below. We are building a community of people who refuse to settle for the status quo, and I am honored to be part of it. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. And remember, the best is yet to come if you stay the course and keep your eyes on the prize. Freedom is waiting for you. You just have to go out and claim it with your actions today. Don't let another paycheck go by without putting it to work for your future. You are the CEO of your own life, so start making the executive decisions that will lead to your success. The market is open, the opportunities are there, and the plan is in your hands. Now go make it happen, and I'll see you at the finish line. It is 2026. And we have all the tools we need to succeed, so there are no more excuses. Let us turn those paychecks into a legacy and those dreams into a reality. Consistency is the key that unlocks every door in the world of finance. Ivy said it before, and I'll say it again. Boring is beautiful when it comes to your portfolio. Let the excitement come from your life, not your stock picks. Enjoy the peace of mind that comes with knowing your future is secure. That is the ultimate flex in a world that is constantly stressed out about money. I am out for now, but I'll be back soon with more updates and more strategies. Stay invested, stay positive, and stay free. The world is yours if you have the discipline to take it. Let us keep winning together, $1 at a time. The snowball is rolling, and it is only getting bigger from here. Can't wait to see where we all are in another few years. The sky is the limit, and we are just getting started. Talk soon. Bye for now. Keep that momentum going. UV got this. The future is bright for the disciplined investor. I believe in you and your ability to reach your goals. Let us do this. Every contribution matters. Every decision counts. Your freedom is worth the effort. Never forget why you started this journey in the first place. Keep your vision clear and your plan simple. The results will follow. It is just a matter of time, and time is the one thing we can get back. So use it wisely, invest today for a better tomorrow. I am signing off, but the work continues. See you in the next video. Take care of your finances and they will take care of you. Be the architect of your own destiny. The simple path is the best path. Index funds for the win, VOO and VTI all the way. Let's go. Ready for the next level. Let us find out together. See you soon. Stay dedicated to the process. The results are inevitable. Just keep buying. That is the whole secret. Simple, but not easy. But you can do hard things. I know you can because I did it and I am nothing special. Just a guy with a plan and the guts to follow it. Be that person too. The rewards are waiting. Go get them. End of video, but beginning of your journey. Good luck and stay invested. Catch you later. The best is yet to come. Keep the faith in the long term. The short term is just noise. Turn it off and focus on your goals. You are in control. Remember that. Always. Signing off. Now peace, see ya. Keep building, keep growing, keep winning. The mission continues. Financial freedom is the goal and we are on our way. Join me. Let us go. One last thing. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this helpful. It really helps the channel reach more people who need to hear this message. Subscribe for more honest talk about money and investing. I appreciate every one of you. Now go out there and build your empire. See you in the next one. For real this time. Bye.